EA Sports. It's in the game.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Check. Lucky. Check three.
3rd and long for Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Running with Elliott. And he's got room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Cousins gives way to Cook. And an alley to run. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there out of Cook. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. These two teams all tied after one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
54
A 1st down throw for Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Danielle Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Prescott to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott now looking deep in the direction, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the offs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as the team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback, has really energized that club.
A first down carry by Elliott. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, tight end. Let's go. Right here, Omaha. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's checking. He's checking.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. 10th carry now for Elliott. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Sherrill's on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. They find some open field here. They're all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run for it with Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. A toss to Cook. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Good route here. Hey, box drop, box drop.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover force, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter, that is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things set.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock, but I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Draw play. Elliott. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Rolling to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this? And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And this is Cook with a grab. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith in there to make the sack on